Hello, everybody. This is Bobby Mills with Independent.com for the Endzone online. Today, we finally caught up to this guy at Hastings, St.Cecilia. Head coach Clint Head finally caught up with a miracle worker over here. How about that for a lead in?
I don't know about that.
No, so McKenna Lamoury behind the camera. Is this your first year here?
This is my second season.
Second, okay.
Yep, I came over last spring when COVID had hit, and then
boy, what a year to
took
start,
the job.
huh?
Yeah, and then took the job last year. So it's been a ride.
Boy, last time we talked, you were at Donovan Trumbull. Did you go back to Hastings College?
So I went
in the
back to
interim?
Hastings College for 3 years, for 3 seasons, and then got the job here. So it's been a transition.
Boy, well, that's different coaching college than it is. And your kids must be getting old enough to where you can watch them play.
Yep.
Yeah. So we know that. So I can't remember who was on the staff the last time I talked to Carl Tesmer. You know how long that's been.
Sure.
Any holdovers or just who's on the staff?
No,
right now?
guys on our staff. We have Coach Trumbull, Parker Trumbull, a Blue Hill guy. Played quarterback down there and went to Hastings College. And then Gerald Kissinger from down at Sandy Creek is our defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah.
Pat McCauley is here. Pat might have been around at that time. He's here coaching our running backs. And then we have Tanner Fate from up at High Plains. Was a pretty good quarterback up there.
I saw that on there, yeah.
Jake Jarazinka is a kid that played here at St. Cecilia's. He's on our staff. And then John Butler is here, and he's on our staff. So we've got a pretty solid staff when you start looking at it up and down the lineup. So.
Former player Butler, is he a mortician? Or
he is. Yep.
He was one of my 1,000-yard rushers, and a good one at that.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's kind of an all-star cast. No wonder they're listening. What do you guys practice?
Out at Crozier Park.
That's what I thought.
So we go out to Crozier and practice.
Okay, and I didn't know where. I mean, for years, poor old St. Cecilia. I mean, they just don't have someplace in back of school. That's a nice park, though.
Yeah.
So, how many players on the squad this year?
So we got 27 on the team. We got 26 that are playing. So 27 on the team, 26 that are playing. So.
And how were the weights coming into this, like last summer?
Like we got after it this last off season. I mean, we went 1-5 last year with COVID, and I think there was a lot of kids that really felt like we were changing the program. And I got a group of seniors. There's 6 of them, and they've done so much. They've been tremendous leaders on and off the field, and they're just solid kids. Up and down. There's not one of them that isn't. And they spent a lot of time in the weight room this off season, getting after it and getting other kids to get there. And they're just really good leaders that way.
Anybody walking the halls that you'd like to have playing?
Oh, well, there's a couple kids, but I'm not going to put their names out. There's a couple kids I'd love to see put on the uniform.
I know. That's every school, no matter how big, unless you're at some Fall City Sacred Heart or something where everybody plays but one kid. So tell me about your offense. I want to hear about that O-line because they must be pretty good.
Well, I tell you what, we're a work in progress. But we're running the spread. It's spread, no huddle. But we look a little different this year. We change it every year. That's the thing I like about it is it's pretty versatile. So we'll play with a tight end, and there's nights where we're going to play with a fullback, depending on what the defense gives us. A little bit of throwback to football like I played, and then but then we still have the ability to spread it out and put the ball all over the place.
And the kids process that well.
Yeah, they do a good job. We teach everything conceptually, so the kids understand it's all by concept. So if we run one concept out of one formation, we're going to run it out of every formation, and the kids really picked up on that fast.
Tell me about your quarterback. Man, that kid's something else.
Carson's done a good job. He really has. The learning curve was very, very steep. We've taught him a lot of football,
Really?
But he's
not a natural?
He's soaked it in. But athletically, he is naturally talented. He can run. He reads things exceptionally well. He's got a gift when he pulls the football and takes off and run. A lot of the times it's designed, but there's once or twice where he'll take it and go out the back door, and you're like, whoa, where's he going? And then you're like, oh, okay. So
he's that bright, though.
Yeah, he's that kind of kid.
Kudlachik, is that the way?
Kudlachik.
Okay, yeah. That's a St. Cecilia name, not a ton of them, but. And tell me about the defense.
Yeah,
same bunch, I suppose.
Same bunch of guys, but Coach Kissinger's done a great job. the defensive line's really bought in, the linebackers are bought in, the secondary, they've all bought in. He's made it simple, but he's made it fast and physical, and that's the way we wanted to play. And we've gotten a lot more gap sound, and we tackle better than we have.
Good.
And so that's a big part of it, is our kids are tackling better, and they understand where they're supposed to be at, and it's just really like we talked, offensively and defensively. Let's keep it simple enough that these kids can do it and do it fast.
Boy, anybody listening out there, because that's the way it's done. I can't see anybody playing for you that doesn't know how to tackle.
No, those guys,
I mean,
they really like to. They like to get after it too. It's starting to become part of the culture here. Like, we like to go hit people.
And it was there before, but sometimes it slips away when you don't have somebody pounding on it. Tell me about your schedule. It hasn't been easy, I can tell you.
No,
that.
it hasn't. And there's a lot of teams out there that could probably say the same thing that I'm going to say.
Sure.
But we feel like we've got a tough schedule. Night in and night out, you start with Wilbur Claytonia, and then the next week you get North Platte St. Pat's, and then you look down it and you've got a Donovan Trumbull and a Sutton on that thing, and Superior is much improved, and we're going to have a chance here Friday night to get an opportunity to play them. But I mean, you look up and down that schedule, and there's some really good football being played out here, and some really physical teams.
You lost your opener to Wilbur Claytonia, and then the St. Pat's game is the second game. Am I correct?
Yes.
When you beat St. Pat's, did that turn on any kind of a light, or were you expecting?
I had, for our kids, it did.
Oh, man.
I think the confidence, coming off a 1-5 season and where they've been the last few years, I think that win was one of those where they truly, they thought they could do some things, but when they got it done, they really believed they could do it. And now it's been fun. It's been fun anyways, but it's been fun coaching them all year, because this group of kids truly believes that they can play with anybody.
I think they can. Boy, that turned the light on for me when anytime you beat Dodds's boys, you're doing a good job. So tell me who's in your district.
Okay, so Sutton's in our district, Sandy Creek, Donovan Trumbull, Superior. Those are all our district games.
And then you've beaten everybody.
Except for Superior. We got to play them last, and like I said, they're going to be physical. That's a good team.
So they have 2 losses, so you're probably in already, is that correct?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
But boy, like we talked coming up here, you lose that game and it makes that next round of first round playoff game extremely tough. So much improved football team, that's for sure. What makes coaching here fun? You're the athletic director,
activities director too.
So what makes this place so great?
It's really about the kids. I mean, we just have really good kids here, and you have really good families, and we have families that really support everything. They support all the activities. They support the kids academically. As long as you're doing things right, the families here really support you, and that's been probably the most, the best part about it for me is I've run into some really good kids. There's good young people out there, and I've run into a nice group of them here, and I get the opportunity to teach 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade PE here.
Oh, geez.
And so the 6th grade kids are a blast. I get to see them all the way through 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then I get to work with the high school kids. So I mean, I'm pretty fortunate that we have those kind of kids. We don't have, there's no major problems at a school like this. Not things that we can't handle, anyways. So.
Well, I know I'm wondering if this might be the easiest place that you've had to deal with kids so far.
Well, I mean,
the kids are great everywhere.
Kids are great everywhere, but from that standpoint, it's just different. Yeah, if I can say that, if that makes sense.
I understand.
When you get a kid that comes from, a quality background like a lot of our kids do, they're a lot easier to work with, and to try to help. So.
I mean, the old family names, the hamburgers and all, and there's Kissinger's here, for goodness sakes. They just keep turning them out. You hope the mothers want to have some more kids.
We do.
Some of them are out of kids, but that's last but not least. We got to ask you about it, and I know it, but some of the folks out there, are your kids old enough to play sports?
Yeah, they are. I've got a daughter that transferred in here last year. She came in and she's playing softball. And the softball girls just made a great run in the tournament, and she was fortunate enough to get to play on that team. And she made the comment that that's one of the better softball teams she's ever played on, just because of the girls. They're just like a little family here, and you get that at a small school. And so she was really proud. Not that where she came from wasn't great, but this was just different. And she had the opportunity to pitch in the state tournament, and she got a hit, and it just was really a great experience. So.
Is she a senior?
She's junior. She'll
Good
have one
deal.
more year.
How
Yep.
about that, Dad? Do you
And
have any
then,
more
yeah,
at home?
I do. I got a younger one, and she goes to Hastings Middle School, and
Good.
she's a sixth grader, and you know she loves her softball. She's into basketball too, and
Good.
you throw a ball at that kid, and she's gonna go. She's one of those kids. So she
nice.
she loves to compete, and you know, so I really proud of both of them, you know, and they do a good job in the classroom, and that's important, and
It is.
you know, they like their athletics, but they understand the other part of it too. So
And academically, it's a great school.
it is.
And I know about the girls programs here. They could have a tiddlywinks team and qualify for the state tournament.
Right.
I mean, they just
They do a good
interviewed
job here.
Yep.
They
So
really
it's
do.
been great. Yeah. So well, I'm glad you love it. You're doing a great job. And I don't have to say get out and support the Blue Hawks because I'm sure there's a gazillion people at your games.
Hey, we'll take everybody we can
That's
get.
right.
That's right.
I'll catch you down the road in the playoffs. But yeah, good luck against Superior.
I appreciate
And
it.
thanks a lot for taking time out of your busy day, dude.
Thanks for coming and seeing me.
All
I appreciate
right.
it. It's good to see you.
Yep, Coach Clint Head, Hastings St. Cecilia. For McKenna behind the camera, theindependent.com. Bobby Mills for Endzone Online. We'll see you down the road.